This is a Pokepress Special Report. Hi, I'm Stephen Reich here at the Pokepress PIRN Studios in Madison, Wisconsin. I'm on the phone with Elijah Davidson, who, along with myself, are doing a co-review of the Pokedex 3D application available now for free on the Nintendo 3DS eShop. So, Elijah, why don't we start off? When did you get your 3DS? Was it launch day? Was it sometime afterwards?
I got it on launch, actually, at my local GameStop in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I got mine actually at my local GameStop not too far from where I live either. What was your first impression of the system?
Well, at first I didn't really play. I played with the 3D on about half, if you know what I'm talking about, the slide.
The slider, yeah.
The slide. So I played with that at about half, but then once I got more into it, then my eyes adjusted a bit, and I slided it up all the way, so yeah.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of getting used to. I only have a few specific 3D cartridge games, but there's a little bit of an adjustment period, but once you get into it, I think it really adds a lot. I guess maybe I'm just used to it now, but if I turn off the 3D, it seems like it loses something.
Yeah, that's actually the first DS I've had since my original DS Lite, so it's really a change, because I never had the DSi or DSi XL, so.
All right. And so obviously the firmware update came out almost 2 weeks ago at the time of recording this. And so you had to download that, and it came out pretty, well, for you it was a little earlier at night. For me, I actually went to bed before it came out. But and that opened up the eShop, and this was one of the big things the headline was the Pokedex 3D app. First of all, it was free, and was that the first thing you downloaded, or did you check out some of the other stuff first?
Actually, that was the first thing I downloaded on the eShop. I hadn't really used it to its full advantages, but now I've actually been looking at it more and thinking about buying some purchased items.
So the first time you went into the Pokedex 3D, it starts you off with a random assortment. I think you get all the starters and all their evolution forms, but then there's about, I don't know, a half a dozen or so extra Pokemon you get. What were some of the first ones you looked at?
The first Pokemon I actually looked at fully and turned around with its full capabilities was Oshawott. So.
Yeah, I remember, well, let's see, I think it starts at the beginning of the alphabet, so the first one I saw was Audino, the hearing Pokemon. And what are some of the features? You can move around. What else can you do in the application?
Well, you can rotate the Pokemon, and Pokemon are full 3D, so it's really nice. And it has their height, weight, type, and all that kind of stuff. So it's really nice. And I have only about 36 right now, 36 Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm up to a little over 40. I've been downloading the 3 each day that I get off a Spot Pass. So, what are some of your favorite Pokemon that you've gotten so far in the application?
Well, I got Hydreigon, which is my favorite black and white Pokemon.
I have a couple favorites as well. I have to say I really like Minccino. It's really cute, and when one thing you can do with this is if you press the A button while you're on a Pokemon, it'll do like some little move. Like for example, Oshawott will take the shell charm or whatever it is and throw it up into the air and catch it. Minccino kind of waggles, and then there's this little Stardust that appears. What are some of the other animations? Which ones did you like?
Well, Hydreigon, his heads move, so that's really nice. His heads move and kind of open and close if you press it.
And what about the actual data that's in the application? I know it has like a very exhaustive list of moves, has all the levels, TM moves, egg moves. What else does it have? It has some stats, doesn't it?
Yeah, it has base speed and attack and such. So that's really useful, and I think it's a lot better than the actual Pokédex in the game. So I hope to get all the Pokemon.
Maybe it's not a completely fair comparison since they are running on different hardware, but yeah, and it has both descriptions from black and white. And have you ever had a chance to use any of the QR codes that you can display? Have you found? I think you have to find someone else who has it, or find a QR code lying around somewhere on the internet. Have you ever had a chance to take any pictures with it?
No, not yet.
Yeah, I haven't either. I'm really looking forward to that. I guess I'll have to find someone else who has the application and do that sometime. So going back to the eShop, what else have you purchased anything else on the eShop?
No, like I said, I've been looking around at a lot of stuff, but I haven't really got around to purchasing anything yet. I've been on vacation since about E3 started, so it's been a while.
Yeah, I've first of all, I did have a DSi, and I transferred most of my software was transferable, so I transferred most of that over. And I also I bought a couple of the virtual console games. I've got Super Mario Land, Link's Awakening, and I just bought Donkey Kong for Game Boy yesterday. So those are all pretty decent games. If one of the Game Boy or Game Boy Color Pokemon games, we'll do two questions here. If one of the main series Pokemon games from the Game Boy or Game Boy Color came on the Virtual Console, which one would you like to see and why?
I would actually like to see the original Pokemon games, Red and Blue. That would be great to see, because I've never actually got a chance to play them, so I would love to see that on it.
And what about some of the side games? Do you have any particular favorites there?
I really liked the Pokemon Pinball. I know some people didn't like it, and also the Pokemon Snap was great. The original Snap was really fun.
Yeah, now Snap is on the Wii Virtual Console. I don't know if they plan on bringing N64 Virtual Console games over as 3D classics or anything like that. As for myself, I kind of want to see Yellow or any of the original games there as far as the main series go, but I'm sure they'll all come out eventually. Side games, yeah, Pinball is definitely on there for me. Probably the trading card game for Game Boy, even though I still have a working cartridge version of it.
Yeah, I've seen your playthroughs.
Yeah, so, but I'd still love to have it in portable form. It's one of those games that would work really well on Virtual Console, as would most RPGs, because you can just suspend anywhere.
Yeah.
And then what about playing, I assume you've played the black and white games on your 3DS. How do those look?
Well, I've seen, like, there's some enhancements, but I don't think they had it really that much in mind. I heard that they're coming out with Pokemon Scramble.
Yes, indeed. It's basically Pokemon Scramble is basically a sequel to the WiiWare Pokemon Rumble that came out back in 2009. So that'll be the first real 3DS Pokemon game. Comes out in a month or two in Japan, and hopefully either late this year or early next year in the West. So we're definitely looking forward to that. So overall, I think the 3DS is going to be a pretty promising platform for Pokemon games. Thank you very much, Elijah. Glad to have you on this interview.
All right, thank you too, Stephen.
This has been Stephen Reich from the PokePress PIRN Studios in Madison, Wisconsin, on the phone with Elijah Davidson, who, along with myself, have been testing out the Pokedex 3D 3DS application.
This has been a PokePress Special Report.